So the Memphis Showboats actually have, I would argue, one of the top quarterbacks in the league, besides AJ McCarron and Luis Perez. I would say that their most likely day one starter is going to be Case Cookus. In addition to Case Cookus being at quarterback, they also have Cole Kelly and Troy Williams. Now, the reason why I think Case Cookus is going to be the day one starter is because he clearly has the most experience out of the three guys. But that is not to say that the other two don't have experience at all. Both of them, actually, all three of these quarterbacks in the Memphis Showboat room all have played stellar spring football. All of them have done that. And I think that's something that's unique to all of these other teams in terms of their quarterback room. And I think this is one of the reasons the Showboats are actually going to have probably one of the more successful quarterback rooms, limiting it to that. Offensive wise, I think there's some other teams out there that may rival them. But Case Cookus, I think, will be their day one starter. He played a number of years for the Philadelphia Stars. 2 seasons, the only time that the USFL was active. And in both of those, the first one and the first season, I should say, he led them to the championship game against the Stallions. And that's something that is super interesting. And he is built tough. This guy broke his leg in that game and departed that game due to that. But up until that point, he was being hit left and right, body bruised, and he still stood in the pocket and was able to deliver accurate passes and throws, keeping the Stars, the Philadelphia Stars, in that game. I don't know if you remember that, Rob, but he was an accurate quarterback. And when he re-signed with them, the Stars last season, he was decent, nothing really too showy, but he still kept up the amount of completions, his yards that he was able to throw. His touchdown to interception ratio did go up a little bit. But other than that, he was very, very productive as a quarterback, and I believe that he will be the starting dude for the Showboats moving forward.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I never been a fan of Case Cookus because he's a quarterback for a Philadelphia team, and as a Cowboys fan, that's just the worst thing you could be. But he has absolutely been phenomenal both years. He was the starting quarterback for Philadelphia. I think he has something that those other two quarterbacks don't. He has proven success in the playoffs for Spring League football. That's something that's pretty unique. Not a lot of quarterbacks in the Spring League have that. I think that gives him a clear edge, not just on his own team, but among a lot of other quarterbacks in the UFL period. So I would be absolutely shocked if day one came around and Case Cookus was not the guy for the Memphis Showboats this year. So absolutely expect him to be the day one starter, and he will definitely be one of the better quarterbacks in the entire league.
Absolutely. And I think the two guys that complement him well with Cole Kelly and Troy Williams, they both have not the same, but almost enough experience. Because Cole Kelly was the starting quarterback for the Showboats last season. After, I believe it was week 2 or 3, when the quarterback got shifted around, Cole Kelly stepped in. He turned that team around. It started off bad, and he was able to bring it back up. Really was able to kind of put together very successful drives and successful games. Ultimately, the team was not able to perform well to get to the playoffs. But Cole Kelly really kind of turned things around in terms of the quarterback room that the Showboats had, last season. And Troy Williams last season, he was on the Pittsburgh Maulers with the USFL. And the Pittsburgh Maulers went all the way to the championship game. I don't remember if Troy Williams was the quarterback for them in that championship game. But regardless of it, he played a big role in taking that team from a terrible, terrible, terrible start. Well, 2 years ago, when they went like 1-9 or something like that, or 2-8 or something, like it was bad, to being able to compete in the USFL championship game against the Stallions last year. So overall, this quarterback room for the Memphis Showboats is really, 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 really good in all three candidates. Case Cookus most likely will be that day one guy, but if, God forbid, anything happens to Case Cookus, there's two guys right there that can easily carry on the torch for that team. So don't expect the Showboats to falter when it comes to the quarterback room this upcoming season. Thank you for joining us on the Redzone Rodeo podcast.
If you like football and you like having fun, come on down and subscribe and check out our channel for more videos like this one.
No ifs, ands, or buts. This is the best place for your football news.